Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Friday night, which means it's alcohol-free night, and the beer we're going for tonight is from Mash Gang. It is another triple death shake as promised from last week. Is this one? It is the Purp Slurp. And Purp Slurp, well, it's Purp Slurp. What is a Purp Slurp? I don't know. What does it say on the back? Not a lot different to the other can, but as it is a limited edition, I will read you that bit. As a valued subscriber, we want to give you some exclusive bang for your hard-earned buck. So thank you, Mash Gang, for that. These exclusives may be weird, they may be wonderful, and probably both. And it says, we took Treno's Aussie Death Shake concept and put a bubble tea spin on it. Not like the lime and pineapple from last week. This one is a hazy IPA with milk sugar, same as last week, taro, blueberry, tonka, and vanilla. So your ingredients are listed as water, malted barley, oats, malted dextrine, lactose, dehydrated taro, blueberry puree, tonka beans, acacia gum, yeast, and potassium sorbate. So no hops. No hops. Maybe they are. Maybe they're just not listed. I would expect them to be, though. But there we go. There we go. Same sort of artwork this time. It's just purple. So, just another little close look there. Do like it. I love it, in fact. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we think. Now, sorry to disappoint in advance. I know it's not purple. I was hoping for purple, but it's not purple. And we're going to be pouring into my AF Beer Club glass. The pour is ever so slightly tinged, but definitely not purple. That, ladies and gents, boys and girls, is your beer in a glass. It is, what colour is that? It's kind of beer coloured with a hint of pink, kind of. Yeah, nice looking. Good haze to it. Bits. A head that is just off-white, mostly compact and fluffy. Like I say. Got some yeasty inclusions or proteins from the fruit, not sure which, but that does kind of indicate they're well suspended. It looks like it's got a good body, just like the last one. So a whiff. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Tonka is doing its thing. It's one of those things you either love or you hate. I'm so used to having it in a stout that to get it in an IPA is messing with my head. I'm not getting blueberry. I'm getting biscuity. I'm getting the vanilla. I'm getting that tonka thing. That is really messing with my head. It looks good. It smells really quite interesting. It smells like biscuits, like I say. And for the Americans, we're talking cookies, not your savoury scone type things. Let's have a taste. Cheers. It's sweet. It's very sweet. I do get the blueberry on the taste. Taro, I don't know what it is. It's messing. It is properly messing with my head. It is mad. It is mad, Mash Gang. That's really mad. Yeah, weird, wonderful. Anyway, I'm slightly discombobulated. The body is superb, much like the pine and lime. It's medium to medium heavy. It's sugary sweet. There is the bitterness in the background. Don't know where that comes from. The vanilla is punching through. Tonka is just a completely left field addition. And yet it works. It's very, very mad. Very mad. It tastes like beer, but it doesn't taste like beer. It's sweet. There is that lingering bitterness in places as well. It does not compute. It does not compute. I want to drink it. It's flavours that just shouldn't work in an IPA that weirdly do. It's bonkers. It is truly the maddest beer that Mash Gang have done. There is a word for a beer like this when you can't put your finger on what it is. It's an enigma. It really is. You like it and you don't know why. Yeah, there we go. It's an interesting one. So, scoreboard of joy time. There have been, understandably, low numbers of check-ins to this one because it is a subscriber exclusive. 33 overall, 2 from people I know, 331 average overall, 325 from the people I know. So, where do I put it? Well, my scoreboard of joy, as always, looks, aroma, body, taste and finish with some bonuses if it does well enough. Let's give it some points. Visually, I like the colour. I like the head. I not so keen on the inclusions in the beer. Now, I get it. Fruits have proteins, and this has got a lot of puree in it. I don't know if you're going to see them here on camera, but they are there. That, for me, it kind of takes the shine off of it a little bit. I get it, though. I do. I've seen a lot worse. There was a Tiny Rebel beer years ago. Had a hell of a lot of strawberry in it. It was like a snow globe, where the proteins had just coagulated in the beer. That was undrinkable. To look at it, you would think it was undrinkable. This one, it's there. It's just slightly off-putting. Not in a big way, but just slightly. So I'm gonna give it the 0.5. Aroma, like I say, it's weird, but you like it and you don't know why. You get the vanilla, you get the savoury tonka. That is a slight stroke of genius. You get biscuit. You get... I don't get the blueberry. I was expecting it. Given the blueberry is prominent on the flavour, I don't get it on the nose. It smells interesting. It smells slightly different to what you expect. Well, not slightly, completely different to what you expect. I like it, though. It's very good. And maybe more people should try tonka in pale beers. So yeah, I'm going to give it the 0.75. I like what I smell. I like it a lot. The body, superb. It's having a full point. We're not even going to discuss it because it's so thick and heavy. Carbonation's on point. Yeah, wouldn't change that at all. Keep it up. One of the best bodies on an alcohol-free beer ever. Taste. This is where it gets really interesting. Like I say, I get the blueberry and it's nice. I get beer, which is, yeah, I get something that's bitter. I get sugary sweetness. These are all things that, on their own, are really quite nice. Together, it's a mental challenge. You have to do some kind of acrobatics to get your head round it. Blueberry, lovely. Tends to make you think sour. The kind of IPA sort of DNA, if you will, is running through the beer. But then you get sugar. And then you get the tonka and vanilla. It messes with your head. But that said, there's nothing I dislike. It's just a real tough one to wrap your head around. And I like it a lot, so I'm giving it a full point. So yeah, and the finish. On a beer of this nature, you got to expect it to be sweet. And it is. I get a bit of the blueberry. I get a lingering bitterness, which I like. Not getting anything that I dislike. I like the blueberry. I like the bitterness. The maltiness is there. The sugary sweetness fades quite quickly on the back end, and that's a good thing because I'm left with the things that I really enjoy. The vanilla, yeah, it's there, but again, it's not overpowering. Tonka is doing some heavy lifting on the back end as well. It should not work, ladies, gents, boys and girls, but it does. Yeah, I'm going to give it a point. So, yeah, what we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4.25 out of 5 from me for the Triple Death Shake Purp Slurp. Bonus points time. We can't have the full bonus because we didn't get a full 5 out of 5. Would I buy it again? Good question. I don't know. It's mad. It's mad. Is it too mad? Is it too bonkers? Is it a little bit too left field? I don't know that it is. If I had a choice between this and the pine lime, I would have the pine lime every time. But I like what the Tonka's doing. I like it. I'm kind of on the fence, but leaning slightly towards buying it again. So I'm going to say yes, I would buy it again. Value for money, it goes without saying. Mash Gang beers are always value for money. So yeah, 4.25 out of 5 today from me with a bonus point. 2 bonus points, in fact, for good measure. So there we go. Arguably the weirdest beer I've ever had from Mash Gang. I am disappointed it's not purple. But it is a beer that you have to try if you've got it. Don't be put off by the fact that you've got Tonka in a pale beer. Don't be put off by the fact that it's quite sweet. Embrace the fact that Mash Gang do things differently. They dare to do it, and they don't care. You know, they do care, but that's not what I mean. They like to be different, and it works. This one is just pure bonkers, and I like it. Yeah, Tonka is a genius masterstroke in a pale ale. Should be done again. And we're going to leave it there and say, that's been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I will see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.